who is the best right wing on the planet. The player power ranking series continues. We're up to shirt number 14, getting dangerously close to actually finishing this list of top 10 players position by position based on current form, historic form and a bit of opinion as well. And we are dangerously close to having actual test match rugby breakout in the month of November. I am here in Chicago to enjoy exactly some of that on the opening weekend. Ireland against the ABs, and I thought I'd make the pilgrimage to Wrigley Field, home of the Chicago Cubs, and that might make quite a nice backdrop for this particular video. If you appreciate the content on the channel, give the video a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and yeah, let me know your thoughts in the chat down below. There's a lot of very, very good players on this particular list, and being a winger these days isn't all about just the speed and just the finishing. You can't just be big or quick. You have to be an all-rounder, really, really solid in defence. The aerial game is absolutely massive these days, as well as, yeah, just having those moments of individual brilliance, which so many of the people on this list do. I am going to get myself sorted. I do this all in one take, no edit, so bear with me. There we go. It is a pretty stunning stadium, that. Yeah, so this is what the top 10 looked like last time out. Last time I did this with Cheslin Colby at number 1 from Damien Penaud, and Mark Telea was at number 3. He is not on that list now because he's not playing international rugby. I base this on international rugby exclusively. If I was basing it on club rugby as well, there would be an argument. Damien Penaud would have been number 1 because his form for Bordeaux is outrageous, but I'm just judging it on France. For that reason, Mark Telea not playing international rugby. He is not on this list. When he comes back and plays for New Zealand, he'll be back in the mix. Yeah, that's what it looked like last time. There are some rising, there are some falling, there are some moving lists. Some coming into the list, some moving out. Let me know what you think in the chat down below. Number 10, Rafael Costa Storti. Yes, a Portuguese winger is on the list. And look, I said I'm not judging club form, which is probably just as well for Rafael Costa Storti because he plays in the French 2nd division. He plays for Grenoble in Pro D2. But international level, he delivers. And he plays and he mixes it with players from bigger nations, with bigger resources, and he does very, very well. He scored against Scotland this year. He's had in the last year, he's had 5 caps, 4 tries for Portugal, including that one against Scotland. Overall, his record is 22 starts and 20 tries at international level, which is elite. And yeah, I like the fact he's flying the flag for tier 2 on this list. At number 9, a new entry onto the list, Calaveti Ravovo. What a year he's had. 5 caps, 5 tries for Fiji. He's cemented his place on the wing for them. And with guys like Rayasi as well, Vainikolo, they have got a box office back 3. His overall record for Fiji is 8 tries in 11 starts. He's dynamite in the Premiership. I'm not even including that club level. It's all about international, and he is ace. Calaveti Ravovo at number 9. At number 8, dropping 3 spots, Kyle Steyn, who's had an injury-blighted year, which robbed him of any opportunity to play for a spot on the British and Irish Lions tour, which I think he had a reasonable chance of getting a spot because he was playing that well previously. And I do think, and we'll wait and see how it goes as he's fit and firing, I think he's really important to Scotland. He's not been selected this weekend. If it were me, I would put him probably on the left wing with Darcy Graham on the right. And maybe Kyle Steyn doesn't have the highlight reel moments that Duhan van der Merwe does, but he has 80-minute performances of high level. And yeah, I just think he's the kind of player that I imagine teammates just love because he does the things you want a winger to do, but he does so much other stuff to make everyone else look good. But he hasn't played, so he's dropping down to number 8. Number 7, Mac Hansen, someone who else has had some injury issues. He got injured in that game against Argentina for the Lions, didn't play a part in the Test series, has had a bit of a patchy 2025 to be perfectly honest, so he only played 3 games in the Six Nations. Injury has affected it, hasn't been operating at his high level, but then you could say that about Ireland's attack in general. He's got enough credit in the bank that he stays at number 7. At number 6, moving up, Wee Darcy. I love this guy. I just love the fact there are little wingers still demonstrating you don't have to be an absolute massive unit. Speed of thought, speed of footwork, rugby intelligence, and just a little bit of stardust is what Darcy Graham brings. He makes things happen. The battle with Duhan van der Merwe for Scotland's all-time try scorer is going to be a really interesting one. He's on 31 from 48 appearances. He had 5 caps in 2025, 2 tries, went on the Lions tour eventually. There's a strong argument he probably should have been on from the start, but he got there eventually. No test caps, but there you go, it's tough. At number 5, dropping 1 spot, Emmanuel Faye-Waboso. Again, dropping mainly because he's not played very much. An injury-ravaged 2025, again robbed him of a British and Irish Lions spot. He's probably the one that would certainly have gone if he'd have stayed fit, because the way he was playing through 2024 was absolutely electric. He's had a comeback this summer, played for England in that game. It was at the USA. He came back for their last game, and obviously starting this weekend, and he'll be hoping he can put the injuries behind him and be part of a kind of new look, freshened up England side, which will include, not in this position, before I get there, number 4, Max Jorgensen. What a year this kid has had. One thing I've said about this guy, he's only 21, and there are really, really good young players like Sasha FM, my favourite radio station, like Henry Pollock, 20, like Louis Bielbiere, who's 21 as well. There are young players who get touted for their absolute brilliance. Max Jorgensen, I don't think has been given the credit he deserves. He is one of the very best young players on the planet, no doubt. His performances against the British and Irish Lions, and actually against South Africa in Ellis Park. I was there in Johannesburg and watched that test match. He was unreal. So I think he's had an incredible year, 4 tries in 10 caps. He's a fixture now. He was kind of a utility player who would get slotted in where he was needed, occasionally number 23. At the age of 21, he's an automatic choice, probably on the right wing, but could slot in anywhere, to be perfectly honest. He is a wonderful player. He's number 4 on my list behind. And I was talking about that freshened up England. It remains to be seen whether Tommy Freeman is going to move on from this list. He was on the left wing last time. He's now on the right wing because that's where he's been playing for England over the last year, partly because of Emmanuel Faye-Waboso's injury. But he is number 3 on my list of right wingers. He is serious. He is a serious rugby player. 6'4", rapid, really good footballer. It's going to be interesting, kind of in a Rico Ioane fashion. He is being moved at the age of 24 to outside centre. Is that going to be his long-term home for England? It could be. I think he's got the attributes to do really well there. His Six Nations was exceptional. It's only the brilliance of Louis Bielbiere that kept him from basically like being the form winger in the world, arguably. He had 5 caps in the Six Nations, 5 tries, 1 try in every single game. He was lethal. He got 3 test starts for the Lions. Great year for him. He's at number 3. Behind, at number 2, Damien Penaud. It's probably right that I'm just going to, there we go, let you see Wrigley Field. I think I'm in shadow a little bit. There you go. Damien Penaud, I don't take into account club form. I just take into account international form. If I was taking into account club form, Damien Penaud is outrageous. In the last year, he has scored 27 tries in 26 appearances. He's playing in a very good Bordeaux team. He's going into games sometimes scoring 6 in one match. At international level, a couple of injuries. Also coming up against teams that have tactically bamboozled France a little bit. The aerial game that England brought, I'm sure South Africa are going to do a bit of that next weekend. We will see. But the things that Damien Penaud can do are insane. And I talk about his great try scoring record at club level. He has got 38 tries in 53 starts for France, which is an incredible record. Bearing in mind he doesn't play in those July tests, so you very, very rarely see Damien Penaud playing against Samoa or the USA or Portugal. He plays in the big Six Nations matches and in the November test against the big Southern Hemisphere sides. And at number 1, of course, still at number 1, the little pocket rocket, the rugby Swiss Army knife, one of the smiliest, happiest rugby players on the planet, and an absolutely incredible one as well. Cheslin Colby is at number 1, 32 years of age now. He's going to keep going through to the Rugby World Cup, looking for the three-peat with his teammates, and he'll be a key part of a side that if they manage to do it, he will be a key man with big moments. We obviously saw his big moments at the last World Cup, even charging down a conversion that effectively won the game for South Africa against France. But he just does what's needed for the team, whether that's slotting in at scrum half so they can do a 7-1 split, whether it's throwing the ball in at line-outs, but fundamentally he is a world-class winger, one of the best ever to do it, and continues to be so with 4 tries in 7 games in 2025, 2 in Wellington where the box and Colby were unplayable. He's had a couple of brain fades, but even accounting for those Rugby own goals, Cheslin Colby clearly number 1 on this list. No argument there. There is the top 10 list overall. Let me know what you think. Only one more to go, fullback. Some very, very good players on that list as well. You can catch up with any of the other positions, by the way, and all the rest of the content. And if you appreciate, keep your eyes on the feed this weekend with all the rugby that's happening, and I'll be there with you in the chat. See you on the next one.